We are live!
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop! Okay, so we have not done one of these for ages, an introducing series, an introducing video. Who else to get back on the introducing bus with than the amazing Melissa Howard? Woo!
Hi.
So we were just having a catch up behind the scenes, and I thought we'll just do it live. Be easy enough, really.
Yeah.
So let's tell the story of. In fact, let's tell us. You tell me the story. I love these. You tell me the story of how you found me,
Yeah.
and like what your journey's been, and like what we did last week, and then we can move on from that because this is
Okay, let's go. So I've probably been in your world now for about 6 or 7 years.
OG, basically.
Yeah, I think I am. Although I didn't feel like I was. I felt like you had already been around quite a lot. So I've kind of seen you blossom from angry Helen to enlightened Helen. So I'm loving it.
It's talked about that on a podcast today, but yeah. Okay, yeah, good.
So I started off doing your 5-day challenges way too many times, showing up, doing a little bit, dicking around a bit, and then leaving. Showing up, dicking around a bit, and I thought, I just need to bloody do this. So I signed up to your mastermind. So I've been in your LinkedIn mastermind now for, I think it's about 5 or 6 years. What? And it just works. In the background, though, I've always had sort of a niggle that I haven't just been able to sort of land what my messaging is. One of the things that we're probably going to talk about is me and my lovely busy mind, and that I have so many ideas and do so many different things. So actually doing that, stick with one thing, go with it, it's not forever, was my not forever is every week. So I was kind of, my audience was confused. I was bloody confused. So I keep coming back to the font of all knowledge, which is Helen, to sort of learn to take all of those juicy nuggets. And I think especially since sort of lockdown and following you, it's been less about LinkedIn. It's obviously still about LinkedIn. That's the model. That's the train we want to get on. But it's all around the business and how you can actually grow a business that you love by posting. Get your message right and post.
Yeah.
Roll back a couple of years, my life sort of changed huge. So I went from corporate, NHS, working in really quite high strategic roles as a permanent member of staff, left, and then thought, I'm going to be a contractor for a bit. Kind of works with how my mind works. I like firefighting. I like going in and sorting things out. But then I also had my other businesses on the side, and I was really sort of mixed of what to do. I then had 2 gorgeous little children, which, makes you question everything in life. And roll back, it was like 2 Christmases ago to Black Friday, and you put out an absolutely stonking, stupid steal of a deal, which I jumped on, which was your async coaching.
Yes.
In Helen's mind every day, however, how many times you want to, for that sort of coaching, mentor, and accountability. And I absolutely jumped on it. It was incredible, but I hadn't kind of nailed what it is that I wanted to do. I was doing my one of a million things again. Helen was great and going, just do the one thing, do it. But I think when you're not aligned to it in your heart.
Yeah, it's a very important message. Yeah, you've got to be aligned to it. It's hard when it's not aligned. It doesn't feel right. Yeah.
No, and you have a lot of that push and pull, and I just had too much pushing. No pun intended. So I've been going on that sort of journey. I've still been doing my sort of like freelancing, which again, sort of really successful. And I've probably been leaning on that a bit too much because it's kind of like that safety net. It's, I know I'm really good at it, so let's just carry on doing it. But again, I'm just like, I need to light the fire of what I can do. So saw at the beginning of the year that you had your mastermind days. Love that it was like a little calendar, a little pick list of a menu. And I don't know what it is, but you just posted about a particular date, which was the 2nd of May, and how it was a really special day. And although I'd seen your posts coming up time and time again, because you practice what you preach, I was like, this is the day I need to go on, which happened last week. And amazing.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, so Mastermind Day is 5 people in the room I plan them out in advance, but I am also, to be fair, I'm open to putting on other dates, but they're the ones that I've kind of picked. Tend to do them on a Thursday, mainly because Stu plays squash on a Thursday night, so we go out for a Chinese after, and then I can get an early night and that. And but they are just they're the best thing I've ever done that I can't sell, as in I don't know how to sell it because there's no real tangible outcome and there's no real tangible format. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm saying like, I'll come and do your LinkedIn training with you, and then after that you'll get loose on LinkedIn, because it's not LinkedIn focused. It's pure business, and what I see is pure business mastermind. I don't know who's going to be in the room. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I don't know what themes are going to be talked about. I don't know what advice people are going to get, and I don't know what outcomes people are going to get. So it's like almost like a really hard sell, other than come with an open heart, open mind, 500 quid and see what happens. And I think I've been really lucky that people like you, people have been in my world for a long time, usually, mainly people come to me who are already clients for the stuff, who think, you know what, don't really know what it is, don't really know what's going to happen, but it's 500 quid, I'll go to Helen's and see what happens. And I'm guessing that was what you were thinking. That was the sales process in your mind.
Yeah, but I think as well, it's getting in the room to be able to just be open and vulnerable. One of my big things is that so many people, I feel really blessed that they're sort of open and vulnerable with me, and that they share sort of their deepest, darkests with me. But it's knowing that you've got somebody else there to be able to do that with, about life, which, about business, which then, obviously bleeds into life and everything else. But probably a really tangible benefit from last week that I didn't see beforehand, don't know why, was the networking. Yeah. So those other, absolutely, and we had women there last week, but you could have a man there.
But it's
that, oh my gosh, it was just incredible. All the different experiences, all the different connections. It's just, you can't actually buy that. Well, I did. That's Thursday. But if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to buy it. And really the energy of those people in the room, it was incredible. Now that is what you can't sell, that sort of energy. And, it felt like we knew each other.
Yeah. And I always say, at the beginning of the day, it feels a bit awkward. You're sat in my house, you're with 5 strangers, you're in an environment you've not been in before, with people you've not met before, with somebody who you feel like you've met before, as in me, but you haven't actually met before. So even when people come to my house, you have to have that settling in of the energetics, especially if someone's followed me for a long time and they've seen me, on the phones, in their ears, and then there I am in real life, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, you got legs. Weird, and feet, and
you're tall, Helen.
It's what?
You're tall.
Tall.
Yeah, because I've only seen you on camera. I thought you were this big.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a real person, a real art. So there's always that bit at the beginning, but everyone always leaves with the big hugs and the energetic connections and the promises to catch up later, and wishing each other real, genuinely heartfelt, wishing each other well, and going on to support each other and do all the stuff together. And I know people have met and collaborated and done introductions and all that kind of stuff as well. And again, you can't sell it because you don't know who's going to be in the room. But I've done tons of them now, and it's always exactly the right mix of people. I've never had, touch wood, I've never had one where it's not quite felt right. It's always felt fucking magical. And for that, I'm dead grateful. And also I can't sell it or plan for it or strategize for that, because it's literally, I post about it all the time and people just say, it pops up at the right time for them and they go, yeah, let's do it. And it's just weird. So I don't know. So how did you find the day itself? So someone was like, oh, I'm thinking I'll go to a mastermind day at Helen's. Tell me about it. What would you say?
Do it.
But what happens there, Melissa? What's it going to be like?
I'll do it right now. What happens? So what I absolutely love. So I am definitely ambivert, but for Thursday I was like, I'm going out. I'm not going to be a hermit. This is got all energized. Actually listened to music super loud in the car on the way there. So I was booming when I arrived. But then you do kind of go, oh, I'm actually going to somebody's house here. And like what you were saying, you've seen Helen. Is that going to be the Helen that is actually there on the day? Jeez Louise, open the door, effing and jeffing, amazing. Need to get milk, Deliveroo. It was just like, I felt like I was literally at home. It's kind of like, it was just brilliant being able to go around, be really sort of, you can go outside if you want to, you can go make a drink if you want to, come and go. But for me, it was the other amazing women there. They were just absolutely fantastic. And listening to sort of all of the different blocks that we had, so like mindset blocks, business blocks, how we work through that. There was like incredible collaborations going on there and sort of mic drop moments. But for me personally, I just love learning from people, learning how people see themselves, their own businesses. But then when the spotlight's on you, Helen, you're kind of like, what am I going to say? I've normally got loads to say. Ask me questions. And you always just know the right questions to ask. Just to kind of really just get in there. And really sort of, uncover the mask, really, let your guard down. I'm really having that tough love, and that's what I needed. So I came, thankfully, I kind of said a divine intervention. I came with that aligned business, that mission and that vision of what I needed to do. But it was kind of like, but how? I know how to do it. I can help other people to do it. But for me, it just seemed a bit too hard.
Yeah.
It's like, tell me, Helen. You wouldn't tell me. It's like, you know it. So you just ask the right questions. But why? Why'd you do this? Why this person? Really sort of digging deep into, is that actually what you want to do now? Are you going to hop around anymore? And it was really good because actually thinking about it, and you're like, no, this is it now. Everything else is spicy, sprinkles on top, but this is what I actually offer.
So what did you, so I think pretty much everyone leaves with an offer. I think that's one thing that people do leave with, a clarity of an offer and a price point and an ideal client for it. So what was yours, or what is yours now?
So my clarity really was figuring out, am I okay to have a niche? Because for me, my niche was everybody, because I hate leaving people out. And as Eloise kind of said, you've got the hero complex. I'm like, who, me, what? No, I haven't. I definitely have. So for me, it's really sort of nailing who it is that this is for. It's not saying that it's not for anybody else, but who will get the ultimate transformation. So for me, it's plus size, self-conscious business women who need to stand out more online. They need to get visible. On the face of it, they're doing well. They post now and then, they, kind of work through it, but they're not making a big of impact as they can. They're not making the money they can. They're not showing up as they should be. They could be. So it's really supporting them to be able to do that. So I've got kind of the offers that we've come out with is to get that ideal client, depending on where they are in their journey, from sort of a lower ticket to the sort of high ticket, you get me in your pocket. So as what Helen says, Helen in your pocket, Melissa in your pocket. It's not very original, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, none of my namings are very original. They're all very do as they say. So, okay, so we've got a plus size female business owner who knows they need to get more visible. What's holding them back?
So they think what's holding them back is themselves. They're just too busy. They haven't got time to do it at the moment. How it's actually showing up is that they're seeing that other people are sort of overtaking them in their mind. They're posting, the Instagram reels of this is perfect life. This is my perfect business. And they're kind of thinking, oh God, I really need to catch up. No, this is absolutely the right place that you're meant to be in. And we can help get you to the next level. But on the face of it, they're kind of like, don't know who I am. I've got these pictures, I've got these photos of me. It's not the real me. What can I do?
Talk to me about photography then?
So photography for me has been a huge passion. But it's not really about the photos, it's about the transformation behind it. I have not really found many people, including myself, that when you stick a camera in front of them, they'll go, "Oh, take a picture of me," unless you know, potentially as a supermodel. But we need to show up, we need to be visible. But it all comes through.
Sorry.
Even the squirrel. It all comes through as the energy of how you're talking, how you show up. And everybody's ideal client is waiting and, you know, wanting to hear this story. So the photos are the thing, but it's actually being seen. It's just a vehicle of getting you there.
Yeah.
So quite a lot of people that I have seen worked with in the past have kind of said, use it as a barrier to say, oh, well, I can't take these pictures because I'm not great at taking, you know, I haven't got a professional camera, haven't got a really good smartphone, I can take kind of selfies from this angle, don't really like my chin, don't like anything, don't like my arms, don't like X, Y, Z. All of those sort of very valid feelings and, you know, let's not total up excuses, but actually that is affecting all of the energy within their business.
Yeah.
It's affecting how they show up, you know, if they're going to, you know, receive any negativity, how they're going to be trolled when they go live on camera. Are they actually really getting into what they're talking about? Does it take them 10 minutes to warm up and then they finish? Do they not show up at all? And that's what I'm really seeing, is that sort of paralysis of not wanting to show up for, you know, for the fear of that uncomfortableness of what that looks like. But that is a direct correlation with how they show up in their business as well. So generally when you unblock the mindset blocks around their looks, how they show up, that sort of empowerment, it frees up all that energy in life and in business as well. So the photography is kind of like a red herring, which I'd like to say. Yeah, you can get fantastic photos. I can show you how to pose for your unique body because they're all different. And especially plus size as well. You know, you may love certain aspects of you and, you know, some people won't love anything. That's for me, is to help unblock that. So you start to love yourself, which helps. And then, so that's sort of the, as we say, the sort of entry level, lower ticket for those people who are kind of like, well, I need some pictures. Don't want to invest in a brand photographer. Don't know if I actually trust anyone to take pictures of me.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So at that level, then we've got a plus size female business owner who knows they need better photos as the outcome, but they don't know really what's stopping and blocking them. They're just putting out all of these blocks and excuses. So you'll work with them on their mindset, their confidence, and their creativity, so they can get better photos. They can take better photos for themselves.
Yeah. That's me.
Like I say, it's the outcomes of photos, but the transformation is what happens behind the scenes. Same with me. The outcomes lead from LinkedIn, but the transformation is the stuff that happens behind the scenes. So I love that. So how much is that package?
So that is going to be a course that's going to be coming up in the summer.
Oh, nice.
And again, it's sort of that accountability piece as well. So getting those people together, showing up, trusting each other to be able to do that as well. Really safe place. So that's coming in this summer. That's going to be $2,000 for that. What you can do now, though, because I know there's going to be people itching.
I know.
It's that sort of strategy work, that real sort of eyes on you, which I know is going to be super uncomfortable for you, but you are worth it. So actually invest in yourself. I can work with you one-to-one for that accountability, that strategy work of getting visible to make it work for you. So those packages and those transformations start from $2,000 too. And I'm also, so we were talking about this last week in sort of detail, and I was kind of saying it's not about the photos, and quite a lot of people in the room were saying it's not about X. And for me, it's although I absolutely love doing the photography, it really isn't about the finished project, the finished product as it comes out. So my time and my energy is so much better to be able to pour into the minds of all of these fantastic people to be able to support them.
Mm-hmm.
So what I am doing is, and again, an outcome from last week is I'm not just going to be offering my brand photography for everybody. It's going to be by application only, and it's by energy.
Yeah.
But what I will be doing is for those sort of retreats, so places where it would actually be really useful when you've got, potentially a lot of women together, to be able to help and support them. I can kind of show them really quickly how changing your energy and changing your mindset can change how you look in a picture.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to put a time on it, but I'll say 5 minutes. But I won't put a time on it. 5 minutes. Of changing that, just to kind of show that those small shifts can really make a difference. So yeah, I'm really interested about what do you think now that I've tweaked it since Thursday?
I love it. So I think the thing is with you, Melissa, because you're so smart and so talented and so like great at everything that you do, like everything you focus on is going to be a success. We know this, right? Like you're success magnet. We know this. But I think to really focus your time and energy to really help women who are feeling extremely self-conscious, extremely like stuck. And we talked about this, didn't we? It's like, you don't have to be massively like overweight in terms of like, it could just be like, you feel like you're, just not yourself. Things, your body's changed. I'm a woman in my 40s, but as a business owner, it's like every 5 years or so, like everything changes. And we talked about this, didn't we, about how your pictures don't match the real you. And it's like, if there's people out there who are like, the way that they show up is like 5 years ago them, and they've changed massively in those years. I think there's a lot of mindset work to be done to move into that next stage of visibility. And I think you're right, it's not about the photos, but I do love a tangible, as you know.
Yeah.
So if somebody's got photos that they hate or photos that don't represent them anymore, you'll be able to get them into a position, a state of mind, and a manifestation where the photos will tell a totally different story and the true story of who they are at their heart, not as the person who's hiding behind different things. And I think going to retreats and really helping women in that really kind of fast way to change the state, change their energy, and you'll be able to see, won't you? At the moment, you haven't got all the evidence, but when you've got like 20 before and afters of people that you've worked with, and like you say, it's taken 5 minutes to work with people, and it's just completely changed the way that they look in a picture. And it's not all just about angles. It's not just about it's about your energy and how you feel inside, because that shows from the outside. So I think that as a hook, if you like, and an evidential thing is going to be really powerful. And then people are just going to want to work with you on a deeper level, on a group level, and a one-to-one level. So yeah, I'm thrilled about it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing as well is the other tangible is you're just going to have content literally pouring out of you.
Yeah.
Like, stop recycling all the pictures. If you've actually got a suite of pictures, you're showing up all the time. You don't have to, like, just before this call, we were scheduled to go a little bit later, and I was like, I'm going to shave, I'm going to do my hair, I'm going to put makeup on. You text saying, can we do it now? And I was like, fuck no. And I thought, no, this is exactly what I'm embodying, is show up. Hair's a tatty mess, no makeup on, throw a top on, no pants. It's kind of like, just show, like, this is the time where getting visible, it's scary.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it. You feel the blocks, get a bit nervous, but we need to do it anyway, because there's an impact to be made, and you're there to do it.
Yeah, and I think really working with you and being held accountable for that would be so powerful, because it's quite easy to be like, yeah, I want to change, I want to do things differently. But actually, you need that guidance and support and every step of the way, because like we said, the thing's never the thing, right? It's always the thing behind the thing. So I think it's going to be super powerful work, but I'm really glad we've got a hook to hang our hat on, which is really going to help bring people to you. So if you know anyone, women who are plus size, who've got body confidence issues at the moment, who are not showing up as they should be, send them to Melissa. She's going to nurture them with love and care and support, I'm absolutely sure. So, and you'll get amazing photos no matter how you work with Melissa. So I love it.
Does anybody want a freebie?
Giving away freebies.
Well, I am, just not yet, but in 2 days. 2 days. So one is a fun quiz. Who doesn't want to do a quiz?
Who doesn't want to do a fun quiz? Obviously, yeah.
So that'll be ready for you guys. Drop a comment in the chat. ping
Yeah.
it over to you. Fun quiz.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a quiz. But
Yeah.
then also over the weekend, I'm proud of this one. And I was kind of like, do I rush it and get it out today? It's like, no, this is like, I'm super proud of it. Mainly because I never get anything done. I'm finished and out, but it will be. This is a freebie of taking 3 super simple poses.
Oh, nice.
You could use as for your branding on your smartphone, step by step, showing you how to do it. It's really great. There's literally nothing out there. Literally nothing out there for. I know we're saying plus size, but plus size, mid size, curvy, anybody that's just feeling a little bit,
Self-conscious, yeah,
and they don't feel represented sort of online to be able to show up. So I'm really, really excited about that. So yeah, that is coming if you want a freebie.
I love it. Yeah, let us know if you want a freebie. If you don't want to comment below, that's fine. Send me a DM. I'll hook you up with Melissa and get you the freebies. And when the freebies are ready, let me know as well, Melissa, and I'll get them shared out to everybody. It's really powerful. Right.
As well, I just want to say, see, this is Helen. She keeps on giving.
Of course.
Like, even just, and again, that visible piece, even just being able to speak with you, I'm getting cast to thousands upon thousands of people. This is creating, content that I can chop down and use on my socials.
This is it.
You're then going to share it afterwards as well. Like, that is, I wouldn't even say a tangible. That is like priceless.
Priceless.
So thank you so much for being you, Helen.
Love it. Right, so go and check Melissa out. If any of you guys want to come to my house to a mastermind day, send me a message about that as well. We've got dates available. In fact, we're going to have to start promoting the next one. I always forget, and then I'm like, I need to fill that day, and I need to start promoting it like crazy. So that'll be coming up soon. Not sure when it is. 13th of June. 13th of June. It's on my calendar. 13th of June is the next one. So it should be nice and warm then. The ARG will be switched off. We'll be using the back kitchen. It's going to be chaos. But yes, love to see you there. Melissa, I can't wait to see what you do next. It's very exciting. And I just want to say well done for navigating what we've been navigating together for the last 6 or 7 years and for the next 6 or 7 years to come.
Boom.
Lots of love. Bye.
Yeah.